Welcome to the Jerry Gray Show. This is a channel that talks about how to bring about justice and how to deal with narcissism. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the topic. Narcissists are very good at turning people against you. They're very good at ostracizing you and things like that. So I wanted to go ahead and give you like a couple of tips on how to deal with that. Narcissists will use anything that they can against you. It basically is against your weaknesses. You know, if you're the type of person who doesn't fit in, right? They're going to use ostracism if they can. But there's one weakness that all narcissists have, and it's kind of been a theme for my last couple of videos, is that they don't have any passion other than mistreating people. This is a very big weakness. You can use that against them because most of the time when they try to turn people against you. And a real quick side note is that one time when I was in the Navy, somebody was trying to do this to me, and they went out of their way to like explain that they were doing it to me, you know. And it was very weird, like off on the side, you know, where everybody else isn't really paying attention, and they were just like talking to me about how, I don't even know how the conversation came up, but he was just like, you almost got in there, you know, like, but I had to do a couple of things to make sure that you didn't, you know? And I'm like, why? And he didn't have an answer for that. And we were clearly talking about ostracism. And that was when I first realized that people are actually doing like the ostracizing, because it's natural to just think that it's happening on its own. It's just like a personal problem that, you know, you just happen to get left out. But so then I also said to him, I was like, I didn't feel like I could get in anyway. And he's like, no, you could. But then I had to do what I had to do to make sure that you couldn't, you know. And now you can't. There's no way that you can get in. You can try all the things you can now, but you can't. Those words are really cold, but that's the reason why I keep working on, and I work on this problem, you know, because I want to make it where there's nobody that can do that to anyone, you know. And just him saying that you could, even though he wasn't trying to encourage me, it encouraged me to keep working on it. But that's the reason why I do these videos. I want to make it where there's no one in the world that is ever like left out, like, you know what I'm saying, like, period. You know what I'm saying? I know that's a lofty goal, but I want to make it where that, like, ostracism's, nobody can do that. Like, there's strategies, concrete strategies to beat it, and I'm gonna reveal that in some ideas in this video, so keep listening. Since a narcissist doesn't really have passion, they have to relate to people on a superficial level, so they have to try to be the cool guy. You know, I'm introducing you to a whole bunch of other cool guys, and let me bring you into my world. That's how they try to treat the people that they feel are going to be open to talking to you. You know, it's like, I'm gonna let you be one of the cool guys with us. I'm gonna give you you're gonna be part of our pack. And have I introduced you to Cheryl yet? You know, it's like they're showing them like a new world, you know what I mean? And it's exciting. Yeah, people are genetically like predisposed to like being accepted into a tribe, you know, so they use that, even though it's superficial. And normally if they do hang out and things like that, it's going to be all superficial things, you know. Let's go to the club, let's go get drunk, let's go do, you know what I mean, like. And normally that would be if you're in your 20s, you know. It will be different as you get older, but that's normally what it is. Even as you get older, they're going to try to bond with you, or with the people that they think are going to let you in the group. They'll try to bond with them on a superficial level. So what you want to do is that you want to attract people based on passion. You know, what are your real passions? Like, if you like manga or something like that, like I like manga, bring a manga book with you or something like that. And eventually somebody might come up to you and talk to you about that. Now, obviously, if it's like one of the bullies, you know what I mean, or a bully's friend, or somebody that's connected to them, then that's a whole different thing. But if it's somebody who's not really connected to that, and people will talk to you if you represent some of your passions, right? And there's no specific way to do it. You might try a different items and things like that. But what you want to do is you want to obviously relate to that person on that level, right? And when you guys, if you are trying to, like, I guess, further your interactions with them, make sure that you already have something that can compete with what they got going on. The narcissist, you know what I'm saying? They already have a group of friends that they're trying to introduce that person to. So you have your group outside of that that's based on that passion. You know what I mean? You have your, it could even be probably something online or something that you guys are both into, but there's other people there that you can kind of guide them into your world, your tribe. You know what I'm saying? So they basically, what they like to do is try to put like tribal pressure on that other person, and you want to relieve that, and you want them to be pulled in by their passions, like, and lose track of time. You know what I mean? Like, whenever you're really talking about something you're passionate about, people lose track of time, and that's what you're going for. And that also fences off all the other people who would try to get into that, because they don't really care about that. You can only fake that for so long. Don't try to beat the narcissist at their own game and try to do the superficial thing. Go deeper. Go deep into your hobbies, you know, and see what happens from there. Using your passions is more, it's easier to do because, for one, you're not always just trying to smash through the invisible wall. You know what I mean? You actually have something that they want to talk about. You know, if nothing else, they want to talk about it just for, even if it's not you. You know what I mean? Like, they just want to be talk about something they're passionate about. So obviously you want to use something that is low key, has a following. Like, if you're the only person doing like, I don't know, train watching or something like that, that might be, you know, too niche where nobody knows about that. But something that's semi popular, but not something that's super popular, and like sports or something like that, that the narcissist is going to be able to just sit there and talk about and fake having a conversation about. And then you also just want to flat out work on your body language. You know, film yourself talking, work on getting yourself in shape. People like to be around people who are in shape, and just work on all your flaws. You know, if you have the ability to improve yourself, then you'll be able to get through like ostracism. A lot of times, the reason why people stay ostracized for so long is because you get depressed, and then you never end up really working on the problem. Like, it's a serious problem, like life or death. Like, you really want to work on this problem. You don't want people to be able to take advantage of you, and you having that glaring weakness is going to be something that narcissists look for. And that's going to do it today. Make sure you subscribe, leave. So join my Patreon. Join my Patreon. All right. Peace.